So we are off and running for the Zion 100K. As you can see, it's still dark out. It's about 5:30 in the morning. So we'll be running here in the dark for a little bit. But gonna be doing about 62 miles here through Zion. It's gonna be awesome. I'm just following along this road right now. But there's a pretty big climb about 4 miles in to this race to get up on Gooseberry Mesa. So should be getting there right around the time that the sun's gonna come out. So check in then. So just getting the legs warmed up here. Starting off slow. It's the key to any long distance race, is to pace yourself. So just really conserving energy because it's a long day. Gotta say, the rolling start is nice because there's not really a lot of pressure to like get ready in the morning. But having said that, I do kind of miss the congregation at the start of a race and all start at the same time. It's kind of anticlimactic starting a race this way, but I guess it's better than not having any races, so it is what it is. But I feel pretty good. Woke up at about 4, had a nice breakfast, just had a nice chill morning before getting here. You know, no rush, no pressure. So that is the nice thing about these rolling starts. And the temperatures are perfect right now. It's about 55 or so, not really windy. It's gonna warm up today. It's gonna be in the 90s once the sun comes out. So it'll be warm. That'll be a factor as the day goes on. But for right now, it's quite nice. So passing the Zion River Resort. So yeah, so far so good. Just passed the first aid station. Did the climb up to Gooseberry. It was a heck of a climb. I just checked my watch and we're already at 1,600 feet elevation gain. And most of it was on that climb, which was like only a mile long. It was like 40 to 50% grade. But we're up here on the mesa. Sun's coming out. Feeling good. It's gonna be a good day. So we're about 14 miles in, 14 and a quarter, give or take. Been running for a little bit. We're up here on Wire Mesa, and it's a really cool single track. Some really awesome vistas and panoramas through all these trees. It's really pretty. So I'm still feeling good. Been running anywhere from 11 to 12-minute miles, except for that climb. That was kind of brutal at the start, but still keeping a nice conservative pace as we're making our way through. It's nice how the sunlight's reflecting off the mountaintops. It makes it look really pretty. So not much to say, just kind of checking in. 14 miles into this race. Still got a long way to go, but feeling good so far. I was hoping to get to a good overlook point. What do we got here? Following the pink ribbons. This reminds me of running in Sedona a lot, especially how you're running up Slick Rock and it's white dotted, which a lot of trails in Sedona are. Yeah, it's very pretty. Let's see if we'll get to an overlook up here, maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on moving here. It's awesome. I think we're nearing the end of the loop on this mesa. So we're basically going back to the aid station that we came from. But check out these views. Not bad. Not bad at all. Some epic scenery behind me. I'm enjoying very much. I don't know if you can see all the colors of the layers over there. Really stunning. Just beautiful. And then we got these rocks up here that we've been looking at. And all the silhouettes of the rocks over there from the sun hitting it. It's nice up here. So we're about 16.5 miles in. Just making our way through. But the scenery up here on Wire Mesa is, let's check this out. Wow. It's awesome. So we did the Wire Mesa loop. Went back to the Wire Mesa aid station. Second pass through there. Now we're going back to the Grafton Mesa aid station just along this double track dirt road here. We were at Grafton once before, so we came down this road to get to Wire Mesa, and now we're going back up this road to get back to the Grafton aid, which will be the second of three pass-throughs through that aid station. So I'm about 21 miles in, a little over 4 hours overall time, so not too bad so far. I don't really have a target time or a goal time or anything. I'm just kind of here to enjoy myself. It's a 21.5 hour time limit, which is very generous. There's one Grim Reaper. I think it's 5:30 p.m. at Gooseberry, third pass through Gooseberry, I believe. But again, it's very generous, so I'm making pretty good time so far. I still feel good. I've just been trying to stay hydrated and keep calories going in. It's the one awesome thing about ultra running is you can just pig out at these aid stations. You know, I mean, you have to. You know, you can't go into deficit on long days like this. So can't really see through all the trees, but there's some beautiful vistas back there. You can kind of see the white towering cliffs of Zion. back there. It's very pretty. It's starting to warm up, but it still doesn't feel too hot. It's the nice thing about running at elevation a little bit is, you know, you get a nice cool breeze even with the sun out. So, and it's what, 10:40. So yeah, so far so good. So I'm about a little over 23 miles in now. We're up here on Grafton Mesa, and this loop is awesome. Just have these gorgeous vistas just surrounding this entire landscape, you know, through all the trees and everything. Reminds me a lot of Sedona. I said that earlier, I think, but running here, just in general, you know, because you got some greenery, some cactus, but just like really pretty red rocks and white rocks and mountain tops. Just everywhere. Try to stay on course here. We gotta follow the pink ribbons, so we're going this way. But I mean, just look at how pretty this is. It's awesome. I feel very lucky sometimes that I get to run in some of these locations. See the white rocks up ahead? That's part of Zion Canyon, where the national park is. So we were over that way on the Wire Mesa. So we're just kind of making our way around the perimeter of the park. I think there's some people up ahead, so I'm gonna shut the camera off and pass them. Just take a look at that. That's what we're running through right now. It's awesome. Wow. That's so beautiful. Wow. I don't really have much to say. I just want to let the camera roll for a little bit just to capture how beautiful it is to run on this trail right now. That is stunning. And what do you say to that? Awe-inspiring landscape. Again, not much to say. It's just looking at all this beauty, just in awe at how beautiful these rocks and mountains look. Just the different colors and different shapes. It's pretty incredible. Wow. It's unbelievable. You know, you come to a place like this and it can make you feel small, but it can also make you just so appreciative of this creation and of God. It's like you want to talk about having a spiritual experience. Man, just come to any one of these places. And I'm spoiled. Like, I kind of realized how lucky I am to live where I live. You know, kind of along the edge of the Grand Circle here. So for those that don't know, the Grand Circle is part of northern Arizona and southern Utah. Makes up Grand Canyon, Zion, and Bryce. And it's like, I'm spoiled. I get to see stuff like this all the time. You know, even where I live, it's up in the mountains, there's rocks, there's cactus, there's trees. Sedona is a 40-minute drive away. Grand Canyon's 2 hours. It's like, I was at Grand Canyon last weekend just on a whim, just to do a fun run. I'm in Zion this weekend. And it's like, I'm very spoiled. I think everyone needs to make a trip out here at some point in their lives to see all this beauty for themselves. Pictures and video just can never do it justice. But I hope that this video is at least doing a decent job showing how pretty this is. Let's look at all the layers and colors behind all that. It's amazing. What do we got here? Fork in the road? Going right. This is awesome. So anyway, I'm about 25 miles in. Still feeling good. Still keeping a nice, steady, conservative pace. Where, I'm guessing, down here more? I hope. Hopefully we'll see a ribbon here in a little bit. If not, I'll check the map. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now before I get too off trail and have a repeat of what happened at Bryce. Just had to stop down here real quick, check out this view. So we are on the right trail. This is just a little overlook before the trail loops back. And look at how beautiful this is. Wow. Just looking at the view behind me. So we just left the Grafton Mesa aid station, third pass. So now we're heading back up this double track dirt road back to Gooseberry, which was the first aid station we came to after that big climb up the mesa. So we're gonna get to Gooseberry in about 6 miles, and then we're gonna run Gooseberry Mesa Loop, which I'm really looking forward to. That's supposed to be one of the highlights of this course, you know, as if all this isn't a highlight in and of itself, right? But that's supposed to be a really awesome loop to run. So we're gonna get to Gooseberry, like I said, about 6 miles, and then we're running the Gooseberry Mesa Loop, we're gonna go back to the Gooseberry aid station for the third and final pass through. And then after that, we're going down the mesa, so we'll have a nice downhill. And it'll kind of be the home stretch from there. So my pace is starting to slow. And it's starting to get pretty hot out. But I still feel okay. I'm just trying to, 28 miles in, I'm still not even halfway through. So just trying to keep playing it smart and conserving my energy. But I'm just thinking about getting to Gooseberry and getting to run that mesa. And I'm hoping that after that, after we do the third pass through that aid station, coming off the mesa and that big downhill, hoping it'll kind of be, I don't want to say easy, but I'm hoping it'll be easy from there on out. But we'll see. So I'm at a little over 6 hours right now, so I'm probably looking at, if I keep this pace up, maybe a 13 and a half, 14-hour finish, which isn't bad. That's I was kind of predicting anywhere from 13 to 15 hours. So that's I'd be happy with that. But again, just like any of these events, I don't really care about how fast I am or what my finish time is or where I place. I just like coming out here and enjoying these experiences. So that's what I've been doing today, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. And that's what's gonna carry me to the finish line. So it looks like we're gonna level out here in a little bit, so I'll probably start running again here in a second, but just checking in here at the beautiful Zion Ultras. Sometimes when you're running for a long distance like this, you're just kind of stuck in tunnel vision, just with your eyes just kind of on the road ahead of you. And then you look to your right and it's just like, oh my gosh. So this is one of those moments. Beautiful. Especially framed against the field. It's awesome. Just awesome. So we're up on Gooseberry Mesa, 34 miles in. Just did the second pass through the Gooseberry aid station. So this is the part of the trail that supposedly is the prettiest. And so far it's, you can see why they say that. So this is gonna loop around about 11-mile loop. Then I'm gonna go back to that same aid station. And then we go down off the mesa. And then eventually we'll be at the finish line, but we'll be up here on this trail for the next little bit. And I'm sure I'm gonna be taking a lot of pictures and trying to get some good video footage on this trail. And I mean, so far the views are just phenomenal. On the race description, they called Gooseberry Mesa, called this a world-class trail. So my expectations are high, but so far it's pretty awesome. That last little bit, I was starting to feel pretty tired because the last stretch was pretty monotonous. It was basically just following a double track dirt road, and my feet were really starting to hurt. But luckily, I had a drop bag at that aid station, so I put on a nice fresh pair of socks. It seemed to help. And I also ate a ton of food. Cool thing is, like, I don't really drink pop ever, but when I run ultras, go through, like I've probably had 4 cans of Coke today already, just because you need to have calories. It's like the only time I ever drink pop anymore is when I'm running ultras, which is kind of funny. But anyway, I'm gonna try to put some miles under me, and I'll check back in as I check out all these cool views. Here's one right here. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, I'll check in a little bit. Just went through some really cool slick rock. I don't know if we're gonna go through any more. Actually, it doesn't look like it. Well, got a bunch of pictures, just didn't get any video of it. You can kind of see in the background. And that is not a bad backdrop. Kind of gives you some more motivation to keep going. 36 and change miles into a race. That was awesome. This trail's cool because it like winds down and around. Then every now and then it creeps out onto the rim. It just gives you these breathtaking overlooks. But it looks like we're going inward a little bit, so about to see something else pretty cool. Oh yeah. That's sick. Reminds me of the rim trail at Grand Canyon a lot. Except that trail's all paved. So the terrain here, again, it's a lot like Sedona with all the slick rock and the deserty feel, but as far as the views and how the trail's set up, you know, the rim trail at Grand Canyon's a lot like that too. It just kind of weaves around the rim, but then every once in a while you get these wide open views of the canyon like that, and it's awesome. One more. Wow. So Raven. Oh crap. That's awesome. I think this calls for some pictures. So I'm gonna shut the camera off and take a little break. Get some fun pictures. Wow, look at that. Wow. It's so peaceful. All right. Picture time. There's another really cool slick rock section. This otherworldly landscape here. There's a little tree growing there. It's kind of amazing. pretty awesome. So we reached the end of the Gooseberry Mesa, and this is the money shot right here. Look how awesome this is. It's sick. That's a far way down. Look at all that. It's so colorful. It's amazing. And these rocks. And there's Zion over there. It's awesome. So we're at the turnaround up here. So we're gonna turn around, head back that way, and 39 miles in, so getting there. I still feel good. My pace has slowed since the start, but that's to be expected. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a negative split on a race like this, because I'm not that, I'm just not that good of a runner. But man, is it pretty up here. Kind of just want to stop and hang out and chill, but I got 25 miles to go, so I guess that means we should keep moving. This is some epic running, let me tell you. Wow. It's awesome. Makes it all worth it. Get to see stuff like this. So we're still up here on Gooseberry Mesa, and we're kind of just running alongside the cliff there. You can't see it because we're in a little too far right now, but the main road goes right along there, probably a couple thousand feet down. Feels like we're up pretty high. There, you can see the road down there. We're approaching mile 40. There's a water station at mile 42, I believe, and then back at the Gooseberry aid station at mile 45. Then we have that nice descent down the mesa. And still feel surprisingly okay. I think it really just helps to stay hydrated and keep calories in you for these kinds of events. And the aid stations here are pretty well stocked. But yeah, I feel way better than I did at this point at Bryce. So that's good. The Bryce race kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So far anyway, and I still have 20 miles to go, but so far, we're going down. Yeah, so far this race is doing a good job of getting that lingering bad taste out of my mouth from Bryce, because that just was not a good race for me. This one, so far so good. I also just learned there was someone that I was talking to, and this race is a qualifier for Western States, but you have to finish in under 19 hours for your time to qualify. So should be good as far as that goes. Should come in time to spare. Now, the chances that my name will get drawn for Western States from one qualifying race is extremely low, but that's still kind of cool. Start building up some points for that. So that'd be a really awesome, like, bucket list race for me, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people. But just hit mile 40, so we're gonna hunker down and get to this water station and work our way back to that aid station. And then it should be mostly downhill from there, so slowly but surely we are starting to get there. So it's exciting. Alright, this will be a quick video because I'm about to descend down this crazy mesa where the climb was this morning, but we just got through, see, I almost fell already. Just got through the third and final pass of the Gooseberry aid station, so we are now descending, and I hit the wall hard at like mile 42. I basically walked mile 42 to 45 to get to that aid station, but I took my time there, sat down, propped my feet up, got a fresh pair of socks on again, had like 4 quesadillas, some bacon, some PB&J, a bunch of fruit, slammed another Coke, which is like 5 or 6 for me on the day. It's like the only time I drink pop is when I'm doing ultras, but you need to keep taking calories in. So the sun is starting to set, and a couple of us were joking up there about bombing this hill, but there's like no way you could even do it, even if you weren't 50 miles into a race, just because it's so steep and treacherous. But I got my trekking poles, so I'm going to be using them here to do this descent. So I'm going to shut the camera off so I don't die. But yeah, 8 miles to the next aid station, and then be the home stretch after that. So we'll see you then. So that is what we were on top of. So we climbed up this morning and what we just climbed down. Gooseberry Mesa back there. So the sun's starting to set, so it'll be getting dark here pretty soon. So I probably won't be filming a whole lot until the end. But 47 miles in. Got the next aid station at 53 miles. Another one at 55 miles. And then I think there's a water station at 59 miles. So shortly before the finish line there. So feels nice, the temperatures are cooling off. It was really hot earlier when we were up on the mesa. It was really exposed. So that, and I think I was in a little bit of a caloric deficit, which is why I hit the wall so hard, but I feel a lot better now after spending some time up there at that aid station. So a little bit more to go, but we're getting there. I should finish, well, my moving time anyway. My moving time will probably be anywhere from probably right around 15 hours. I'm thinking my overall time will be a little bit more just because of all the breaks I took at the aid stations, but it'll still be well within the Western States qualifying time, which is cool. Yeah, I'm thinking my overall time will probably be around 17 hours. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna shut the camera off and try to put these last few miles behind me. I feel like once I get to the next aid station, it's pretty much home free from there. So that's in another 6 miles or so. So let's do it. Right, we're still out here running, but just got through the Virgin Desert aid station, which is the second to last one. And you know, it wouldn't be a real ultra race if I didn't get off course for a little bit, which I did at mile 52. And it wouldn't have been so bad. It was only like 3/4 of a mile, but it was this really nice downhill, and I just bombed it, and it felt great. And then I got to the bottom of the hill and didn't see any flags the whole way, but you know, I didn't think anything of it. But luckily I got to the bottom of the hill and I checked my map on my phone. Sure enough, there was a turn at the top of that hill that I missed. So I had to climb back up that hill that I just bombed to get back on course. So that was kind of annoying, but it wasn't as bad as what happened to me at Bryce. And I think mentally I handled it a lot better than what I did at Bryce, because when I got lost there, it just kind of, I mean, that race was bad for a number of reasons, but after that, it just kind of like crushed all the motivation I had. But still feeling good. Kind of got a second wind once the sun went down and the temperatures dropped a little bit. I mean, it feels great right now. And it's awesome running at night when you have a light that can handle it. So yeah, we got the next aid station here in a couple of miles, and then there's a water station, I think 4 miles after that. And then we'll be at the finish line before we know it. So it's pretty exciting. Right, 62 miles in. Here's the sign, vacation races, special event ahead. Here's the last turn we're gonna make. So in just a little bit, we'll be crossing the finish. I feel good. I've been running for the last couple of miles. Once we got off the trail, it was all on road for a mile and a half, 2 miles. So I've basically just been running since then. So I see lights, I see cars. Don't quite see the finish yet, but it's up here somewhere. I feel so much better now than I did at the end of the Bryce Canyon. Like, I could probably keep going. Really don't want to, but I feel like I could. So that gives me hope for whenever the day comes for me to do 100. Here we go. Nice.